something is triggered in my head, and I suddenly start seeing, as I say in this passage, a new map of the world. A couple of other notes of explanation. As I work through this anger, this sense of betrayal, I discovered that I'm feeling that same sense of betrayal from my family. It all starts coming together. And some of the characters in the book, there will be Gramps, in this passage rather. Gramps is my grandfather. Toot is my grandmother. That's short for Tutu, which in Hawaii means grandmother. At the time when I was born, she decided she was too young to be called Granny, or Grams, so we called her Toot. And the passage finally ends with me having a conversation with a close friend of my maternal grandfather, a close friend of Gramps, a black man from Kansas named Frank, actually at the time a fairly well-known poet named Frank Marshall Davis, who had moved to Hawaii and lived there. And so I have a discussion with him about the kinds of frustrations I'm having, and he sort of schools me on that I should get used to these frustrations. So let me dig in.
You think Obama is a clone of Akhenaten?
The theological idealism of the Masonic Temple is to carry out the agenda of the ancient Egyptian text, meaning that when the Egyptian texts say that Queen Tia, mother of Anunnaki, and Anunnaki himself will be brought back to life in the future to rule over mankind, the Masonic Temple are obligated by their theological idealism to make sure that these and many other Egyptian prophecies are carried out.
The hieroglyph presented in this section illustrates the hidden agenda of the evil one, or Satan. If we simply look at the cumulative sum of all the hidden images, we can clearly see that aliens or fallen angels are breeding with human women. These images completely confirm that Genesis 6.4 in the Bible is true. Genesis 6.4 states, when the sons of God had intercourse with human women, they gave birth to the Nephilim. In the book of Isaiah, we see in Isaiah 29:15, quote, "Those who try and hide their plans from the Lord are doomed. They carry out their schemes in secret and think no one will see them or know what they are doing. They turn everything upside down." Isaiah gives us a clue to who they are. By turning the hieroglyph upside down, it is evident once again that there is a hidden agenda. That hidden agenda is the consumption of the souls of those that have been produced by the commingling of fallen angels or aliens with humans. This is clearly depicted in the bottom of the hieroglyph, as you can see an image of a man, and his soul is trapped in hell.
What is the Matrix? Control. The Matrix is a computer-generated dream. built to keep us under control in order to change a human being into this. No. I don't believe it. It's impossible. I didn't say it would be easy. I just said it would be true. Stop. Let me out! Let me out! I want out!
Barack Obama. Yes, let's get to him. Okay, the very words Barack Obama in the Hebrew language means lightning from heaven. Okay, so I was going to get to this esoteric parts of what Barack's play is, his role in this global ritual, as we're saying. Lightning from heaven is the description of Satan in the Bible. If you were to look at the Bible and it said, and Satan fell like lightning from heaven, and you read that in Aramaic, you would read, and Satan fell like Barack Obama. You can look this up in any Hebrew dictionary. I have it there on my website if you want to check it for yourself. Barack Obama means lightning from heaven, which is the description of Satan in the Bible. Now, I've never believed that Barack Obama was meant to be the Antichrist. Although, strangely enough, when Nostradamus predicted the Antichrist, he said he would be connected with Mabus. And it turns out that Barack Obama put Ray Mabus in charge of the Space Force, the United States Space Force, right? And that all ties into this puzzle. Because when we start to look at what Obama has done and what has been going on in the 8 years that he's been around, is that we have seen the shutdown of NASA and the rise of the privatized space program and the weaponization of our current space program known as the Ares space program, which of course is the god of war. All right, so now our space shuttles are known as the Columbia Endeavor for the discovery of Atlantis, right? And Columbia is their goddess that relates back to Isis, and this is why our capital is the District of Columbia, so the Columbia for the discovery of Atlantis. When you start to put these puzzle pieces together, there's a big show going on, and Werner von Braun was one that came forward, and he told his secretary, Carol Rosen, over and over again that there were multi-universes, and that there was a major game plan going on that they were going to set up to bring about this new world order. And it would start with the Red Scare, and then it would move on to
Terrorism next.
Terrorism, and then asteroids, followed by aliens, right?
As the means of militarizing space.
Yes, the Hegelian dialectic of
that prospect has been around at least since Rumsfeld and the Bush administration were pretty heavy advocates of that, of militarization of space. But as you said, the private sector being given more and more reins. I remember talking to Robert Bigelow about this when we did our Jesse Ventura conspiracy theory episode on Skinwalker. And Robert Bigelow is one of these guys who's being given mandate to transport weapons into space as part of his private sector building of spaceports and whatnot.
As we start to look into this puzzle and we start to realize that this was the game plan, I put together an artwork of Akhenaten, Obama as Akhenaten, and I put an asteroid hurtling towards Earth and in kind of a pre-show. I like to show you what they're going to do before they do it, right? So I put this artwork together, and then a month later, or maybe even less, they announced, oh my God, there is an asteroid hurtling towards planet Earth and it will destroy all life in either 2029 or 2036. And this asteroid is known as Apophis. Now, this shocked me to death because Apophis is the serpent or Satan deity of Akhenaten's religion.
Like Typhon.
So now when this became broadcast all across the news, oh my God, doomsday asteroid Apophis. Now remember, that's Akhenaten's Satan, and it comes from a group of near-Earth asteroids known as the Aten, which is Akhenaten's god, right? So we have Apophis coming in while Akhenaten or Obama, Barakhenaten is in power, and they have to find ways to save planet Earth from this. But the truth of it is the odds of it hitting us were slim to none from the get-go. And they knew this. It was broadcast as well, but that wasn't going to make the news, and it wasn't going to push the name Apophis out into the public.
You're a great guest to have and very insightful, Freeman. Thank you so much for joining us. And people can check you out at freemantv.com. Is that the best website for you?
That's the only one.
That's it. Fantastic. Well, thank you for joining us. And again, we will follow up in the coming months and get some new takes on the symbolism that is ongoing and occurring down the road.
You can get a lot of this out of our new book called Weird Stuff.
Yeah.
We have Weird Stuff Part 1 and 2 are out now, and it lays this out for you in a very down-to-earth manner. It's actually designed in such a way so that you can share this with your friends easily. Everyone will understand what it's saying. We haven't gotten to this part of the puzzle in Weird Stuff yet, so it's still at the ground floor of understanding so that you can share this information. Because this is what we find that we need to do the most, is create tools for people to share this information. So
Absolutely. Yeah, so cool. But they can get that through the website, right?
Yes, absolutely. FreemanTV.com, and also Aliens from Hell, which is this whole talk that we just gave.
Well, there you have it, folks. Freeman Fly is a well-researched, very intelligent man who has a lot to offer. So we urge you to go to FreemanTV.com to watch his videos, check out his books, and take an assessment and look for yourselves and see what is occurring, because we are at a very critical juncture. And as I said, let this not come forth the peace of the grave, but instead we need true peace on earth, being peace of life and awareness and heightened consciousness. So please be the revolution, spread the news, wake your friends and fellow humans up to the reality of what is becoming a very bleak and dangerous future. This is Sean Stone signing off.